Good evening. It's Christmas Eve night, and talking to you tonight from my home here in the Florence Union area. I'm going to do a quick update on where we're at on the farm. Got a call this morning, and the gas is connected, so we've got heat. Now that's reassuring. Not long from now, we're going to start having plants show up. It's Christmas Eve night, and Gina's she's finishing up some baking she wants to do. Got some music going on, and just trying to enjoy each other's company this evening. We went to church. We had a Christmas Eve service. Had the girls over, and our daughter-in-law and her husband, and quiet evening. So it's a good time to do a video. Like I said, we had the gas was connected today, so we've got heat in the greenhouse. I was out there yesterday and was working on getting the gas lines finished, which obviously is done. My biggest concern is that I had a leak somewhere, and the guy from Suburban said that he had no leaks and that the gas works properly. So that was my first time putting in a gas line. I guess for some people that's not a big deal, but yeah, I've never done it before, and it's at a remote location about a half hour from where we live, so I'll make sure it's done right. We're gonna have a bunch of plants in there not long from now, and we don't need the heat going out, and we don't need any explosions, so that's reassuring. Walls are almost done. Like I said, I was out there yesterday, and I got some more of the 2x4s put up. Ran out of brackets, so I kind of stopped me in that direction. And then unfortunately this time of the year it gets dark early, so I start feeling the temperature in the greenhouse go down, and I know it's not long I'm gonna have to pack up and head back to the house. So walls are almost finished. Probably get out there on Saturday. I can get those. There's like 4 or 5 2x4s, and the wall is done. And for those that didn't know, what I'm doing is I'm segmenting the greenhouse. So we're building a room inside the greenhouse, and at least for this year I'm going to be hanging plastic. When we put the plastic on the greenhouse, we had quite a bit of extra. So instead of throwing that away, we kept it. We try to reuse everything we have that's actually usable. So there's plastic that was usable, so that is being stored in the greenhouse. So you've probably seen it on one of the videos. It was back where all the pots and everything. There's a whole stack of plastic that was extra. So it may be temporary, it may be permanent. More than likely it's gonna be temporary. So I'm gonna tack that up on the 2x4s that are gonna make up the walls for the production room. And we're gonna have our heater in there, and we'll be able to keep 55-60 degrees in that area. Something else, we got work on the floors too. I like to do a lot of research before I start doing things, and I started thinking about it, and the only thing between whoever's in the greenhouse and the outside is a sheet of 6mm plastic. That's it. We don't have a double wall on it right now, and there's no inflator kit. So it's 6mm sheet of plastic and the outside. So with that in mind, I don't have any way to add additional plastic at this point, and the only thing I could do was the floor. So I did some research on ways to insulate the floor, and I really didn't want to go and try and create a thermal battery. I don't have time for that, and it's really rocky out there, so I don't know if I really want to dig around in the soil below the greenhouse. I just want to start growing. So the best thing to do from that point is try to insulate it and maintain the heat inside. In my research I learned that if the floor wasn't insulated, that I'm going to lose a percentage of my heat through the ground. Heat always goes to the cold. So if I've got cold soil, then I'm going to lose a percentage of my heat there. So I did some research on ways to insulate the floor. I'm not going to be pouring concrete. That's way too expensive. It's a 26 by 60 greenhouse, and I don't have $10,000 to $15,000 to put a giant slab out there. So concrete's not an option. So the next best thing was fiberboard. So I did some research on that because I'm sitting there thinking to myself, can I put that down there and it get wet? Once it's down, I don't have time to be tearing it back out because something's going wrong with it. So I did some research on that and talked to some people that I know that are in the construction industry, and the expanded foam board will work. They said they actually use it under slabs directly against the ground. So while I was at Lowe's getting the 2x4x12s, I picked up the first 4 sections of foam board, and they're in the greenhouse tonight. So we'll be laying down the foam board and then probably putting pea gravel on top of the foam board. So that's concrete in a sense that it's rock. That's going to be the flooring, and I don't have a ton of time to mess around with this, so I got to get that in and get it completed. The other thing I need to get done here soon is to seal up that garage door. I showed that on the video the other day. Once again, we're going to use some of the plastic, and we're going to wire that in. The wiggle wire base is there. We have wiggle wire, so we're just going to take the plastic and put it up in there and wire it into the channel, and that's what's going to seal the end of the greenhouse up. Right now it's open, so anything outside can flow inside. So tonight it's going to be about 15 degrees outside, so it'll probably be about 15 degrees inside the greenhouse, and can't have that. So we need to get that sealed up. One of the other problems we've been dealing with is we've had a lot of rain here lately. Not large amounts of rain, but enough that it makes things muddy. And for anybody who's built a new house, you know that's an issue, the mud, until you get your grass growing. Well, I'm not going to be growing grass in those areas. There's going to be driveways, access to the cabin and to the greenhouse. So my excavator dumped some stone out there for me. So we'll be getting the stone down along the rest of the drive. The first part has 2-inch rock in it, and there's geofabric underneath of it. The rest of it is going to be the stone. It's like 57s is what it is. So we'll be getting that down. I gotta go rent a dingo and get out there and put that down. The tractor's out there with a grading blade on it. I don't have a bucket on the front of it, but we do have a grading blade on the rear, so we'll use that to spread it around, and that way we don't have to worry about access in and out. I can go out whenever I want. I don't have to worry about waiting for it to dry. See, I've got notes down here that our plants are going to start arriving. I think I've mentioned it before, but this is going to be our first year growing hanging baskets. So we'll be selling hanging baskets Mother's Day up at the Boone County Farmers Market up in Florence. So to be able to have a full basket for Mother's Day in May, you have to start in week 6 or week 7, and that's in February. So the plants will be showing up here soon. Today is December 24th of 2020. So we've got what, a little over about a month and a half, and we're going to start having plugs show up. So that's why there's such a push right now to get the walls up, to get the heat in, and actually even the stone, because once it starts snowing around here, we get snow on the ground, or if it winds up being a warmer winter and we get rain, I'm going to have to be able to get in and out of the property, and that's where the stone becomes important. So that's basically where we are right now. Gas is in, walls are almost done. I'll be getting the plastic put up here pretty soon. Gina's in there finishing up. She's doing some baking and stuff, and then I think she's got some cooking in the morning. She's got a ham in there. So we're gonna have family over tomorrow, and we're gonna enjoy the day together. So we appreciate you following the farm as we try to build our farm and to be able to grow you the best quality food and the best quality ornamental plants. Jen and I, we want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and thanks for watching.